Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hey guys.
Brought to you by Hobbylink Japan. This is a special episode.
Very special.
Yeah, we're at the 52nd annual All Japan Plastic Model Show. And down below us, all the exhibitors have all their booths set up with all the newest models and guns and RC
there were
cars.
a few surprises.
And there's going to be a few surprises, I think, that we're going to show you guys, the viewers at home. So let's head down there, Ryan.
Sweet.
All right. All right, so the first thing that we're going to look at the Bandai booth is the new real grade Zeta Gundams coming out in November. You can see they've set up this huge display to show everybody about it, and they've got the runners all laid out here, and this is the MS joint runner. You can see it's quite a little bit different from the other B runners that you get with the other real grades, but that's partly to do with the transformation that the Zeta is able to go through. And they've actually laid out the transformation in these pictures here. You can see how it's going to open up and the head is going to sink in, V-fin will fold up, these things will come around, and you end up with the Wave Rider form. Unfortunately for us, they've actually included both versions here for us to take a look at. As you can see, we've got the Wave Rider form here and the normal suit form, and it's able to completely transform without any kind of part swapping, which was the big mystery when it released the first prototype shots of this guy. And of course it's going to come with markings, but there's actually two sheets of these markings, or sorry, one sheet of these markings, but you can see same kind of stickers as the other RGs with the gold and the silver parts here. And going along here, one thing that they've shown here is that with the initial releases for this Zeta, it's going to come with this book about the RG. The RG Zeta Gundam will come with the real grade From Birth to Future book included with the release. So come November, you're going to be able to pick up your Zeta Gundam along with this little book. This is a bit of a surprise here at the hobby show because we did not know anything about this. This is a titanium version of the Master Grade Banshee. Now when the original Unicorn version Ka was released like 3 years ago now, I think, not long afterwards, they did do a titanium finish on that white color. But you can see that with the Banshee, they've done the titanium finish to the black. And I gotta say that black looks amazing.
It looks insane.
With the white, you can kind of see the swirls of how they've done the plastic in the runner, in the molds and things like that. But with this black, like under this lighting, you can't see any kind of flaw or defect. It's actually almost perfect, I think.
This is a sexy freaking kit.
It is. It looks better than the normal release by far.
Yeah.
With this black. All right, so if you're a fan of the Delta Gundam, you can see the Delta Plus here, the HD version. Well, Bandai's got, of course, some love for you. They have the original Delta HD. Then we have the Delta Gundam, not the Plus, the normal gold version, which is like kind of like an extra finished
the gold lame version.
Yeah, the bling version we showed on the show. But going up here, here's the new one. Rolling up here, this is a Delta Kai, and this is probably the coolest version of the Delta to date. And you can see that Bandai has got a Wave Rider form of it. It's going to be transformable, but like the previous HG Delta Plus and the Delta, you're going to have to do some part swapping, I'm pretty sure. But it's much the same molds, especially for the arms and some of the shoulder area. But look at all the extras they've got on like the knees there, those points coming off the knees. The rifle is entirely different, and of course those huge binders on the back of this thing. And the colors are also really good too. Kind of like this subtle yellows and blues that they've used. So this one's actually due out February next.
Can people?
December. On sale in December.
Can people pre-order?
It's on our site now, I believe. We just had the prototype shots, but now this is actually the full color version.
Sweet.
All right, so here's a prototype they've got on display of the Rosen Zulu, an HG kit that will be available in December. Now, I think this might be the last Zulu that needs to be done in HG. They've done quite a few of them, including the Z Zulu and whatnot, but this is the Rosen Zulu. You can tell by those monster shoulders up there. Of course, it's got those claws on its hand and whatever else. And it looks like they're going to include some of these cables for that the claw to actually come off.
Yeah,
but it's hard to tell. So this is the HG Byarlant Custom, which is due out in November. And I gotta say, it's quite a bit bigger than I originally expected it to be when I saw the prototype shots. You know, here's my hand for reference in the shot here. You can see with these wide shoulders, this huge backpack, going down these long arms with the claws. and then these very pointy feet. It's going to be a lot of plastic, and that's why the price point is 2,700 yen, which is comparable to the Resol Defensor unit, which came out not so long ago. So you can expect a thicker than normal HG box when this guy arrives in November. Seed! Of course, this is the Gundam Seed wall here, and this is a big poster they've got promoting the Aegis Gundam. And moving to our left here, you can see that they've lined up. Now here's the older Ailstrike Gundam. And in the past year, we of course have seen the dual assault shroud, the Blitz, the just released awesome Buster, and now at the bottom here, we have both forms of the MG Aegis. And it's got its suit form, and it's got its transformed form, which looks like some kind of crazy spider, if you ask me. But you can see, like, it's got its legs and its arms that both come around to make this kind of thing. It's actually quite good. And the one thing that I like about what I've seen of the Aegis is just the sheer amount of panel lines that they're giving you on this kit. And I gotta say that this is probably the coolest looking rifle of any of the MGC kits that I've seen so far, with the double barrel coming out there. And even written in here, although you might not be able to see it, it's got its code number, the GAT number in there. So there's a lot of detail, even right down to the rifle on this guy. And knowing that it's fully transformable, it just makes the weighting that much more difficult for me.
When is this guy coming out?
This guy actually comes out November.
Okay, so soon.
So, oh, sorry, October.
October.
It comes out the end of October. I'm getting my dates mixed up here. It goes. The three big releases for this year are going to be. It's going to be the Aegis, Zeta, and Nu Gundam. So October, November, December. That's how it's looking for the final quarter of the year. Sorry. So be prepared to go in that order. Aegis October. A month later, Zeta. A month later, Nu Gundam. So it's going to be a busy time for us Gundam guys. Okay, so wing fans, you can rejoice. Look, it's the Master Grade wing. No, I'm just kidding. Look, this is the big surprise. Nobody expected this. This is going to be a Master Grade Tallgeese. And we always get questions on the show. Do you think they'll make a Tallgeese? Do you think we're going to see a Master Grade Tallgeese? Is a Tallgeese on the way? What do you know? And we always say, sorry, we don't know. We haven't heard anything. Well, now we know for certain. Come January 2013, there's going to be a Master Grade Tallgeese, probably completing the set for the Master Grade wing kits. And with this kit, they've got some details, not too much, but they do have some details here on the right here. You can see that it's going to have this huge monstrous gun, as well as the parts for the backpack here are going to be able to open. That's not a problem. And even the inner part of the mobile suit, the Oz-K it's called, is actually going to be assemblable. You can see the head actually pops up. So when here, the head will be popping up. So of course we don't know anything about runners or parts or but we do know pricing, and it's only going to be less than 4,000 yen, which is comparable to the other Seed small box MGs, which not the Epion of course, that's its own beast, and the Scythe. But for those people who have been religiously picking up those small box MG wing kits, Tallgeese will probably be completing your collection come January 2013. So while we're at the hobby show, they're trying to hype us up for the Gunpla Expo. You know, fun to build Gunpla. So last year we went to the Gunpla Expo, and we're hoping to go again this year in November in Akihabara. And what they've actually got on display here today is the Gente kits that you're going to be able to pick up if you go to the Gunpla Expo in November. And they've got a green frame version of the HG Unicorn, extra finished version of the RG Freedom, different color Zaku, real type color. So it's got this green brown mix. It's actually really cool. And of course, this extra finish HG H3, as well as the Night Gundam. So there's lots of goodies, plus some stuff from the Kara Hobby event we talked about on the Gunpla TV show. Those kits are coming back to the Gunpla Expo. So if you're in Japan around that time, you'll be able to pick them up. Speaking of the Gunpla Expo, we were there last year, and while we were there, they had the Gunpla Builders World Cup. And Ryan and I, we actually got to vote because we were members of the press. We got to vote on what kit we liked.
Yeah, damn
which
straight.
was a lot of fun. And my kit, I think, came in near the top. But here's, you can see the trophies, which are actually really cool.
Yeah.
You get the gold, silver, and the bronze. You know, we get the RX-72. This is the open course champion, first, second, and third place. And come the Gunpla Expo in November, looks like Ryan and I will be voting again. So this year we already know there's going to be no perfect grade. and that's not a surprise. And instead this year we're going to get a master grade Ver.Ka. And I actually think that this might be a better deal, because when you look at what they're giving us with the new Gundam, here's the new Gundam Ver.Ka-ified, as we say. And they've actually got the full kit here. No prototype, this is actually the actual kit. And they're showing and talking about what it can do. And one thing to mention is that inside you can put in the Bandai LED, and it's going to be able to light up the eyes in the new Gundam. Those big bad green eyes, which is really cool. They also are including hands that can have individual fingers, like the Macross did. They're going back that way. You can see they've kind of got prototypes of those here too. Yeah. Those hands look almost perfect gradish, if you ask me. All the decals that you see on this kit are not stickers, they're water slides. So we're getting the Ver.Ka water slide decals as well. And there's even more to this. You're going to get a stand which will allow you to pose it. These spin funnels all come off, they come apart. You can put them with these little plastic tubes that will come with the stand. But there's even a secret about this kit that they're not even revealing at the show yet. We have to go to the Gunpla Expo to see exactly what we're talking about there. And you can see anybody who's built, the unicorn, you know how big it is, you know how big the Shinanju is. And this is the Hainu. You can see the new Gundam is actually bigger than the Hainu, and they've actually got some shots here. I think that we're going to see this new Gundam Ver.Ka be equal in size roughly to the Shinanju, which is one of the bigger MG kits. And they share the same price range. Like this kit is going to be 7,000 yen, and that's what the Shinanju was. So I think that you don't need to be sad if you're hoping for a perfect grade.
Yeah, don't cry.
This new Gundam is it's going to be amazing. I think this is my favorite kit of the show, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
I can't wait for this one. Okay, so this is actually the Gundam Age little block here, and they've got some of the special kits that we've seen in the Hobby magazine. But what I actually want to show you guys is the H2 Dark Hound, and the same size box as the H2 normal. It's going to transform. You can see there's its flight mode.
It is a very cool looking
It's very cool. Actually, I wasn't too keen on it, but it's actually seeing it here now in its mobile suit form, all decked out. I do appreciate it. I think it's probably a little cooler looking than the normal H2. And if you got that one and you want to do it again, you can do the Dark Hound. If you missed out on the H2 normal, the Dark Hound might be the way to go. It's just that much different. And of course, here's the normal H2. They've got to build some free shading on here as well, and the other Age itinerations as well. They're all good kits, all great kits, especially that Age 1 normal. So this event, it seems like the big winners are MG with the Aegis and the new Gundam, and of course the RG with that Zeta coming out. But HG is not really forgotten. I mean, they're still going on with HG, of course, and especially with the Gundam Age. You can see that there's a lot of these kits coming out, HG version, which we're not going to be seeing MG versions for some time. So first off, coming out in November is the H3 Fortress. You know, we have the Orbital and we have the H3 Normal. So look for the Fortress in November. And in December, we got the Clanche Custom. I heard Ryan has the Clanche. He said that last time. That's where I heard it.
The Clanche.
In January, we're going to have the Age FX Burst. Now the Age FX actually was a really good kit, and I actually want to play around with it a bit more, hopefully bring it back on the show. But we have a couple months, and then we'll see the Burst version of it come out, complete with different colored effect parts. And now we don't have release dates in terms of months for the next two, but here's the full Granza for the H1, and it's just basically the newer parts thrown on top of the previous kit, just to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. It's a work in progress. And the Shaldal Rolled, which is a complete prototype version, no color or anything, no date at all. You can see it comes with its age version of what could be considered the Heat Hawk. It actually looks kind of cool. So HG is going to be represented very well by the Gundam Age series. So this Yamato, the 2199 version, it's already released. We showed it at a previous show. But we're going to show this because it leads into the new stuff that's actually coming out. And going along with the Yamato 2199, this is the combined Cosmo Fleet. And this next kit, though with this one box, you're actually going to get 3 different ships. And with these 3 different ships, you can see that they've got the different runners there for all of them, as well as plenty of markings which will go on these 3 individual So if you're a Yamato guy and you've already done the 2199 ship itself, you can continue on with the fleets with these 3 kits, snap fit. All right, here's the grand ship collection. And what Bandai did with these is they made these easy snap fit Portions of Pirates ships, which are quite a bit smaller than the big ships that we've shown in the show before. And the new kit at the show today is actually Kuja's pirate ship, and you can see that it's quite a different take on the color scheme from the previous Grand Collection ones. All this brown and this darker colors, some green, and the sails. These are all plastic, but they're all molded in this way, and it even comes with these dragon heads. I guess I don't know how we're going to get these details with these dragon eyes. You might have to get in there with some Gundam marker or panel line marker, but you can see, just a few pieces of plastic and you've got these dragon heads. Okay, so we've shown the Tiger and Bunny stuff before, and they have the build kits here, all ready to go. And these are the figure eyes. They're quite sizable, MG style box. But what actually Bandai has decided to do is they're scaling it down. And they've done it with the Excel World kit and the Silver Crow. And this is a figure eye 6. And now they're doing it with Barnaby Banks Jr. and his buddy the Wild Tiger. These are quite a bit smaller. It's going to be considerably less expensive. This is less than 2,000 yen as opposed to 4,000 yen, so half the price. And when they do this, it makes it, they're able to start doing the vehicles that come with it. So coming in December, it's a double chaser. And you get the vehicles for Barnaby Brooks and the Wild Tiger. And now these 2 vehicles together in one set are the same price as one of the big figure eyes kits. So you can get both of the kits, figure eye 6 kits, and the double chaser for the price of these 2 kits. All right, this is the builder's parts wall, and we've mentioned these on the show before, but they had them in the plastic bags. We didn't open anything, we couldn't show anything, but luckily for us, Bandai has put these all on the wall. So you can see that you've got the sight lens for your mono eyes and your weapons, and then the different hand molds, right? So here's the Gundam hands, here's the Zeon hands, and then the veneers, and then the effects parts, more veneers, carrying on to what they call blades, MS blades. Now this is quite different. You can make V-fins or accessories out of these, and then you got slides, booster type things, MS tanks, and they're even going to give you figures if you want to build dioramas rather than going to aftermarket like Wave. You can pick up from Bandai these figures. And you can see that they've actually been using these on these kits to detail up here. And there's also System Weapon 4 coming out. So we've already shown System Weapon 1, 2, and 3. System Weapon 4 looks like it's going to be stealthy. We got sniper rifles, and we've got these axe and bladed weapons.
Sniper noobs,
no bazookas
mate.
and shields, we're going sniper rifles. Alright, so Dumbbell Senki LBX is getting more and more popular, and so it's got its own wall here at Bandai. A lot of it is not plamo, so we'll just talk about the plamo. First of all, there's going to be the Paradise Capture set, and it actually contains these 3 kits here. You can see different colorings on some of them. We're also going to see in November, we're going to see the Brave Elysian, and we're going to see the Sacred Knight Perseus. So these guys are coming out again. And as well, you can see that they've got these light up parts, which are coming out for LBX, called the LBX Custom DX Effect Part Set, and it's coming out in November as well. So you can actually pick up these effect part sets and light them up for your LBX displays. So here's a nice display of some LBX kits, and these are all previously released kits, but they do have a new kits in here as well. So we have the Zeus that caught me by surprise there. So we'll show that a little bit. Some lights here. Okay, so now we can talk about the kits. So on sale this month, October 20th actually, a couple weeks from now, we'll see the Zeus arrive. It's quite pointy, clear effect parts here. Wacky head here, so it's going to come with lots of stickers. And here's the LBX General. So again, one of the more interesting kits with this huge weapon they've got. LBX kits, the one thing you can say about the series is that they're so new that they're pumping them out so quickly, but they're all quite a bit different. Like, sure, you're going to see different versions of some of the same kits, but with this interchangeable parts system that they got, they're trying to make as many different kinds of kits as they can, and then when you start swapping their parts around, you're going to come up with infinite varieties of kits to display and build. All right, so if you're a Macross fan, there's actually kind of big news here at the show today at the Bandai booth. You can see that they're going to make, for the 30th anniversary, they're going to make a fully transformable 1/72nd scale version of the VF1 Valkyrie. And the VF1 Valkyrie, you know, it's the very first one. It's not VF1A, VF1D, VF1J. It's just the VF1. And it's never seen a transformable model kit version before. So it's such big news, apparently, that they don't even have the site open yet to show it. What they want to do is give us this hint, and then come October 25th, well, we're going to be able to go on the site and we're going to start getting more information about that. So when we start seeing this information, we're going to of course mention it on Gunpla TV.
Brian here at the Bandai booth, bringing you some interesting new news in Bandai's Exploring Lab series. This is a 1/700th scale model kit of the scientific deep sea drilling vessel Chikyu. Chikyu means Earth in Japanese, and that's what this boat does. It looks into the Earth with its drilling platform, drills way down into the Earth and takes core samples from deep into the center of the Earth. Well, maybe not quite to the center, but very far down there. Now you can see here the kit breakdown is just awesome. All these different sprues here. They get these little color dots in the middle, and that means that's the color that these sprues are going to be molded in. So when you get the whole thing built up together, it'll look like this with no painting whatsoever. This is not painted at all. This is just the kit put together right out of the box there. So this is very cool. And it's also got these sections here that you could pull out and see the different details inside there. Now I forgot to confirm, is this a glue together kit or not? すいません。これはスナップキット、それとも
基本的にはスナップキットです。
スナップキットですね。
こういう細かいところはちょっと緩めになってて、流し込み系の接着剤だと確認。
わかりました。Okay, I just confirmed that it's basically it's a snap together kit, but there are some fine details in there that are probably best glued in. But for the most part, it snaps together, and just this awesome detail. And you see here, and it's a huge kit. I thought this was 1/350th when I first looked at it, but nope, it's 1/700th scale. Just a massive ship. Very important in doing research for how our planet works. You know, it can help us going forward into the future.